Back at you with another video. Coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So, question of the day is, why do some guys seem to get played even after they went to conferences, bought books, got the DVDs, got all the information that they needed to get started on their new path to success, to dating, relationships? After all of that training, after all that learning, why do some guys still get played? They still have some of the same problems they had in the beginning. That's a good question. That's a question that I got a couple days ago from somebody. This is a really simple answer. They don't have the discipline. Don't have the discipline. That's what it is, man. That's what it really boils down to. You have to understand that the traps have been set for you to fail. It's your duty to learn how to navigate, outsmart, outthink the sharks in the ocean, so to speak. You gotta outsmart these people out here, man. Like, people are not playing fair out here. If you haven't figured that out yet, and if you haven't came to that conclusion, keep living. See, you have to understand that you have to experience life. You have to keep living. You know, see, if you tell somebody, if I tell somebody, which I've done this before, if I tell somebody, hey, you might want to be careful over there. I see you on the other side, you're dating all these type of girls, you know, just be careful. It might not be in your best interest to be over there, right? If you tell a guy that, he's going to say, man, you hate. You don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm getting love over here, man. She treat me good, man. You know? See, in his mind, 9 times out of 10, he was seeking validation from any woman. So if any woman comes along and just validate him, make him feel good about himself, that's really all it takes, because he has low self-esteem. But he doesn't realize it. And see, you have to understand that almost everything that you like about a woman is being used against you. Almost everything you can probably think of is being used against you. It's being used against you by other women and companies as well. Everybody's in on it. Everybody's in on the game. This is why I always say you should never seek validation from anybody else. If you want some validation, look in the mirror. That's where you should look for that. But, see, a lot of guys, we live in a society where everyone wants everything fast. They want instant gratification. So if you tell a guy, hey, why don't you just got out of a relationship. Why don't you take a step back and maybe you need to grieve a little bit, and why don't you build yourself? Focus on yourself for at least a year or 2. You just got out of a relationship, you know, you're not really mentally ready to get in another relationship. But if somebody comes along to validate them, he's going to go along with it. Even if you tell him, even if he know that he should build himself up, but he won't do it. Because it feels good. See, we live in a feel-good society. People want things fast. This is what's so attractive about living in a big city. Because in a big city, everything's fast. Man, you got the women, exotic women from all over the world, man. You got the skyscrapers, the tall buildings. You got the clubs. You got the cars, the exotic cars. Man, you got guys wearing jewelry. They suited and booted, and so it's a lot of flash. It's like on the surface level, it's a bunch of flash, but beneath that, it's not much really talk about. Really, people partying, drinking, smoking, and this is why a lot of people get caught up in the drugs and abuse and alcohol, and they get caught up in the prostituting themselves because the big city's fast, and people will go along with it because it feels good in the moment. And this is the trap that a lot of people get into because they don't have the discipline. And they don't really look at who they're hanging around. They're just living in the moment. They're just doing some stuff. Big city, shiny lights. That's what's so attractive about the big cities. And that's how they promote the big cities. Everything is fast, convenient. That's the trap. Big cities is set up that way. And your relationships is set up that way. But if you don't have the discipline and you can't think for yourself, you're not going to make it out here. You're going to keep getting played. You're going to keep spinning your wheels. Because, unfortunately, some people have to learn the hard way. You can tell them all day long. Probably won't work. They'll go along with the sheeple. This is why a lot of guys get played. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle, way of thinking. As a matter of fact, there's a chapter in my new book I'm writing. It's all about discipline, way of thinking, way of being. If you don't know who you are, you're going to get pulled all over the place. And see, here's the thing. There's a lot of people really don't know who they are. They really don't. Because they never took the time to figure it out. Because most people are living for somebody else and not themselves. And then they can't figure out why they're not happy. But the reason why you're not happy because you've never lived your life for yourself. You always live for somebody else. Your parents, your grandparents, your friends, your co-workers. You're being pulled around all over the place. And people put on a good face. They two-faced, three-faced. They got different personalities. They act different in front of almost everybody they come in contact with. They put on a face for the parents and the grandparents. They put on another face at work. They put on another face in front of the friends. And they put on another face for the husband or the boyfriend. So it's kind of like you're all over the place. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you want to be. So this is how people are being influenced in this society. And this is why a lot of guys keep getting played. People don't really show you who they really are until shit about to hit the fan. Shit about to fall apart. That's when you see who the real person is. They start acting a fool on you. They start doing stuff like they acting like y'all enemies. She might start treating you, him or her, start treating you like y'all enemies. I'm like, yo, I known you for 10 years. You acting like we just met 2 weeks ago. You acting like you're like you attack me like I'm some stranger or something like that. You you lied to everybody and tried to embarrass me, assassinate my character in front of all the people that I know and you know. What's up? What's up with that? And that's who they are. That's who they are. And maybe you didn't do that to her, or vice versa, because that ain't you. You ain't the type of person that's gonna tell your business to everybody and lie and make it seem like you're the bad guy and she's the good girl, or you're or maybe vice versa. You ain't blow her spot up, put her on blast, because that ain't you. But that's how she is. That's the real person. When most people get upset and they start doing all this crazy stuff, or when they're drinking, drunk, just watch how they act. That's who they are. They just don't have the balls to do it if they're sober or calm or not upset. That's who they are. You can't change these people. That's who they are at the core. You gotta realize you're meeting these people 25, 30, 35, 40 years old. You only known them for a short time. They've been living way before you met them. They've been conditioned to be the way they are way before you met them. And you only been with them 2, 5 years. If that. That's a short time. If she's 35 and you met her 2 years ago, think about what she's probably done or encountered before that. That's a long time. So you can't compete with that. You can't change people. Only way people change is if they want to change. If someone has character flaws, you can't change. If they have no integrity, nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do about that. Really. Nothing. So there's a lot of people out here, when you first meet them, you don't meet the real person. On the surface, oh man, she played the part well. Nice hair, dress, makeup, shoes, feet done, nice feet, everything. But what's below the surface? What's about him or her, that you don't know? There's something there. You can't be clean in this society that we live in. Not in the United States of America. You can't be clean in this society. This country didn't start off clean. And if you're born into this, how you gonna be clean? You think you're like untouchable? Like you can't get dirty? It doesn't work like that. It's the same environment. You just happen to be born here, or maybe you came from someplace else. And even if you came from someplace else, you're still in the environment. After a while, you're gonna pick up little things here and there. You're gonna get influenced, get brainwashed like most people, and you're gonna follow the sheep. But if you don't know how to think for yourself, and if you don't have the discipline, you're always going to have to start all over again. That's how it is. You can read all the books you want, listen to all the audio books you want. You can go to all the seminars you want, conferences you want. You can go to the psychologist or talk to the pastor. You do all that all you want. But if you don't got the discipline, forget about it. The discipline is something that you have to develop. It doesn't happen overnight. It don't. See, this is why anything that I do, I know I'm going to win. Eventually. I don't know when. I know I'm going to win. You know why? Because I know most people are going to quit. I know they're going to quit. Because there's proof everywhere. If there's evidence everywhere that people have quit. Majority of people have quit in almost every aspect of their lives. You name it. Marriage, relationships. They quit school. They quit the job. They they quit the diet. They quit working out. I can go on and on. They quit. They quit everything. They give up. They quit learning anything new. They'll quit that. Because life gets in the way. And they just never found time to continue. Because they don't got the discipline. Now, when it's time to take a vacation, they'll find time to do that. When it's time to go partying, they'll find time to do that. When it's time to lay down in the bed and get nasty, they'll find time to do that. They'll find time to do all the stuff that's not going to last very long. That's not going to be productive in the long term. Because their priorities ain't right. But when it's time to do things that's going to really count in the long run, I ain't got time. Everything's difficult now. Discipline equals freedom, my friend. So hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And P.S. and by the way, get on my newsletter by clicking the link below as well. Share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.